All right, y'all. So I'm at it again. I want to show y'all and give y'all a real clear view and look so we can understand what we're doing. First of all, I got my onions. I have my minced garlic, and then I have some steak season in here, and it also has a little bit of smoked season in it. What we're gonna do first is I want to show y'all these steaks right here. So I said steaks, they are chuck roast. So Angus beef, let's see, you can see it. It's Angus beef, Nolan Ryan Angus beef. Now look at the price, $11.98. All right, $11.98. So what I'm gonna do, I got my sharp knife. Thank you, TikTok. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare this so y'all can see exactly how this works. Whoa, your boy been working out or something? What's going on? New York, represent New York too. I'm from New York, but I'm in Texas. So check this out. I got my, again, my garlic, cut up some onions, and I'm gonna put it in there. But before we do that, I'm gonna get this started. And I'm gonna show y'all how I prepare it. And you don't have to do it that way. If you don't, totally fine, totally understood, whatever. So this is the steak, y'all. This is what's going to be the steak. And as you can see how thick it is. So what I'm going to do is cut it. There's a trash can over there, y'all. Did it go in? No. All right. So I'm cutting this steak, and I like to cut down the core line, where that little core was. And then I'm gonna take it right here, and I'm gonna cut it in half, this way. This is a sharp knife, but this is not the knife I go to work with. This one right here is what I work with now. So you want to make sure you have a sharp knife. That's very important. And so what I do is I cut it down the middle. Down the middle. And it's gonna make a nice size steak. Now it's easier, what I would recommend is if you put it in the refrigerator for a little bit and let it cook. I mean, not let it cook, but let it chill a little bit, because then the meat is actually a little more solid. I say put it in the freezer even, and let it start that little freezing process. But don't let it freeze all the way. Let it start the little freezing process, and then go from there. All right, so we got that cut. Come on through there, girl. Boom. I'll pick that up later. Here we go. And this is just cut it down the center right here. There we go. And you can see the caramelization in it, the lines and stuff like that. And that's one. So I'm gonna put it in here and let it marinate. And this is another one. Put it in there, let it marinate. And again, it don't have to look good, but I started out with a bad knife. See if I can make this one a little better for y'all and for me, for television purposes. And as y'all can see, like, I rather enjoy this. I really do. Boom, there we go. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. That's 4 steaks. That's 4 steaks. And put them in the marinade. And what I'm gonna do is put some garlic, minced garlic on top of it. Some minced garlic on top of it. Got a little spoon in it. Did not come with the spoon, y'all. It's a little spoon, I'll put it in there. A little more in there. It's never too much. And then I'm going to put some pepper on it. Steak seasoning, hold on. Thanks to TV Magic, we're back. So this is the meat marinara that I use on the steaks. And I just put a little bit of that over the top when I'm done. Just a little bit, and let that sit there. Now, got my minced garlic in, got the seasoning, the marinara. I'm gonna put a little bit more on top. So when I put the other steaks, I'm just gonna put them right on top of them. Let y'all see what I'm doing here. Put this right here. So when I put the other steaks, when I cut this other one up, I'm just gonna put it on top and let it absorb. Now this has a salt content, sodium. So I don't add a lot of salt to it. And if you know me, you know I don't do a lot of salt. So I'm gonna get this onion cut up and cooked. Well, not cooked, but cut up and prepped. This is not a knife for that type because it's entirely too sharp for that. But, and it don't matter, with the onions and the garlic, I'm really just using it for the flavor that you savor. So I'm just gonna take this onion, cut it up over there, and let it fall where it may. Now I have some other steaks out already, and I'm gonna put those on the pit tonight. Again, tonight is my Friday. Well, yeah, tonight is my Friday. So I like to do a little cooking. So my goal tonight is I'm gonna try to make some jerk chicken. And all right, I can go there. Now I have one more steak that I'm gonna cut. Again, y'all, I want y'all to see this because it's crazy. Now, this one right here, same thing. And that one was $11.29, and this one's $11.68. $11.68, Angus beef. And again, this is the chuck roast. And so people use this piece of the meat to make roast. And what they'll do is they'll put it in like a crock pot, maybe a crock pot or something like that. And it's trash over there, still didn't make it. Now I'm gonna cut this one this way. The other one I cut down that little fat line, but this should be okay. This will be a little easier to cut. Should be a little easier to cut. You know, I'm gonna do it this way though. I'm gonna start out, have a container. I'm gonna start out cutting this one this way. And if you can see, look at the fat lines in it. That's caramelization. Now this right here, when I put it on that fire, all that's gonna cook down. And it may even fall apart to where you have like 2 whole separate pieces of meat. So, but you want to look for that caramelization. But when you got Angus beef, if you know anything about Angus beef, that's one of the better cuts of meat. There's only 2 other meats better than that. One is Wagyu. There you go, that came out perfect. One is Wagyu, and the other one, I can't tell you if you don't know already. If you don't know, yeah, you won't. If you don't know, yeah, you won't. I ain't telling. Put that in there. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. So it's easier. I figured out a better way to do it. It's easier when I just lay it down flat like this and cut it this way. And I'm using the camera as my guide, so I know that I'm cutting it even all the way through. And if not, you can always start over. It's just meat. It's just meat, y'all. It's just meat. Take care of the meat. Pause. I don't normally pause. I feel like I'm too old for that. Too grown to pause, but pause. All right. Now, if I wanted to just have a big steak, I could leave it like this. I could leave it like this. But you see that part right there? Again, that's gonna cook down, and you're just gonna have all this. So that's gonna cook down, and you're gonna have a little juicy steak. But all that in there, the little fat part, that's gonna cook down. And you see the back part right here. So that's gonna cook down. So when I do cook these though, I'll be sure to put this face side down first. And if you look right here, you can see that it's not all the way through. It's just about that much of it is fat. Because you can see the meat right here. And the fat cap is right there. So that'll cook down. But when I do cook it, when I put it on the pit, I'm gonna put it face down so that can cook down. But that's that. And I'm gonna repeat that process with this. And I'm just gonna let those marinate and season, because season is the reason we out here pleasing. And they in there teasing. Okay, that didn't have to make sense. All right, so I'm gonna put my garlic on here. The onions is underneath. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let some of the juice get on there too, that garlic juice. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Again, y'all, this is not, it's preference. And I may do it differently sometimes. But I like to try new things. Try new things. See what works for you. And go from there. That's all it's all about. Put this on here on top. And what I do after this is I like to poke it. Again, no pause. Poking holes in it all the way through to the ones underneath as well, all the way through. And what that is doing is allowing the marinade and the juices to get all the way in through the steaks, all the way through. And that, it helps. One last thing I'm gonna put in here, and then I'll be done. Put that right there out the way. This right here. And I just sprinkle a little bit of this over the top. Right there. Now, one thing I'm gonna put on here I don't have in front of me. Give me a second. TV magic. A million kisses from you and the world. This right here, y'all, is hard to open. My hand's wet. Don't play with it like this. My hand's wet. Hands wet. Don't play with it. So this is lemon juice. It's acidic. So what you do is, and you can look and you can see all that fresh peels and stuff like that. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it like 7-Eleven. 7 even back though, Little Joe. And put a little bit of this over it. Just a little bit. It don't need a lot. Even though that may look like a lot. So what this is doing as well, the acidity, you know what? This is my second video doing steak. Somebody get in the comments. See if y'all paying attention. Somebody get in the comments and tell me what the lemon juice does for the steak. Somebody, anybody. Get in the comments, tell me what the lemon juice does for the steak. So that's that. Now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it in my refrigerator. And I'll probably put some of them, I'm gonna let them set here in the refrigerator though, overnight. And then I'm gonna take them and put them in some freezer bags and put them in the freezer, just in case I don't cook them. But I have 2 meal preps already done, and I'll probably I have 2 meal preps already done, so I'll be able to cook that or have that ready for the next couple of days, and then I'll take a couple of these out. I'll probably leave 2 out, and then I'll be able to cook these. I prefer cooking them on my smoker, and I kind of flame broil them. I start my flame, get my flame started, and then from there I'll put the steaks on it, and I start cooking them right there. And then when my flame, once I get a good little smoke, then at that point I'll put whatever other meat put on there. So 9 times out of 10, if I'm cooking this on my pit, I'm going to slow smoke something afterwards. So I'll just use that fire. You know, you get your fire up and you let your fire burn down. I'll use that fire to cook these, and then once it die down, I'll put something else on. So there you have it. We're gonna call that meat for cheap. Good meat for cheap. And boom, you got it. Thank you. Have a great day.